Hey everybody. All right. I decided to do this like this because messages kept coming in. let's wait now. Messages kept coming in, um, and they were coming in pretty fast. And so I did record a video. So I'm just getting a couple of decks ready still. I did record a video that I will post. That collective message that was coming through, but I just thought, you know what, there's more going on, so let's get live. Let's see what's happening. I'll pull a couple of cards and do it that way, and that way whatever messages need to come through can come through without interruption. Okay, now I recognize that this is an odd time for me to go live, but it's definitely a little bit early, but that's okay. A couple of these are actually already ready to go, but I just wanted to make sure to have done an extra cleansing on a couple of them here because they were used recently. As she is to see again. As she is to see again. That's interesting. Okay. Part of the message that was coming through was you will not come out of this unscathed. Okay? And as I'm saying that, the bruise on my arm is being pointed out to me. 2:02 on the clock. I don't know what 2:02 is for. It's for someone. 2:12 on the clock, and there's two people and one thumbs up. Yeah, 2:12. 2:02. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I should have set up. Let me see if I can set it so I can see comments, because I actually can't see comments yet. So whoever's here, if someone could give me a quick hello in the comment section, let me see if I actually can see my comments. That would be fantastic. No. Well, oh well. It's going to have to be what it's going to be. I don't know if I can get my hotspot. Give me one sec, guys. Let's see if I can get the hotspot up. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. We have some technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, we got it. Sorry about that. All right. This way I can come in and I can actually see you safe. All right, so we're going to pull some cards. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? Okay, I can't see comments on this one. And there's 2-2 again. Now, messages coming through really hard and fast. So what it was is you're not going to come out of this unscathed, okay? And that's okay. Stop with the judgment of misstep or wrong path or all of that nonsense. It's bull. It's completely bull. It's to knock you off your path further, to make you believe that you're not where you're supposed to be. Because then you're going to be in doubt and in fear and in lack and all of those emotions versus faith that you are where you're supposed to be. Okay? So you are not going to come out of this unscathed. But, I mean, the energy has been a lot lately. There's been a lot going on. There's been, you know, we're just finishing, we're just finishing one eclipse. We just had the full moon. Today is the 999 portal. You know, this is a lot of energy that's going on right now. So make sure you're spending that time, preferably, I mean, in nature if you can. Get out, do whatever you need to do, whatever grounds you. I mean, maybe nature doesn't ground you, but most people, nature's a good choice. So anyways, I thought that that's not going to work. I thought that we were doing a lot of heavy stuff, right? A lot of heavy stuff. I'll pull you a couple cards in a minute. If you're interested, of course. Okay. I've been speaking a lot, so let's just pull a couple for the collective. I'm sorry, Britt. I got you. Give me a sec, okay? We're going to pull for collective right now. Thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, big surprise. So first things first, rose quartz was hiding. It's card number 48 for the number people, which is 4 and 8 is 12, which is a 3. And then the other card is pyrite. Pyrite was right on top, and this is card number 45, which is a 9, okay? So the energy for the collective right now, and I literally opened right up to rose quartz. Self-love, self-worth, self-being. Love yourself. This is what this is calling. This is, give yourself some grace, give yourself some patience, give yourself some understanding, because it has been a lot lately. There's been a lot of stuff going on for everyone, and the energy is just amplifying everything. So give yourself some understanding, but you still have to buckle down. You still have to stick with it. That's the thing of it. So you're conditioned to forget how amazing you are. Don't forget that right now. That's what you need to remember right now, okay? Let's skip right over to the pyrite. Yeah, and I skipped right to the end of pyrite. Okay, I'm going to read this part first because I don't know. I just feel like I should. The crystal spirit meditation, to it, this stone aligns us with grounded action. What did I do toward a desired physical outcome? Meditate with this stone to tune into the great value of all aspects of your life, the abundance, the potentiality always available to you. Then you will be a magnet for prosperity. Okay? And that's what I was literally just saying. So, okay. Inherent value, your worth, which ties right in to rose quartz, self-appreciation, genuine abundance, and prosperity from within. That's the thing. That's the key right there too. Abundance is not, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Sure, it can be. It can be. But true abundance, I am surrounded. I am so abundant. I am so beyond grateful and so beyond lucky. Look at where I'm sitting. You know, it's incredible. I mean, not everybody gets that. And I know how lucky I am. We need to train ourselves to see the real abundance that's around us and put out the gratitude for that. And that's how you get your manifestations to come in, because you're aligning with that love. You're aligning with that gratitude. And that's what the universe, okay? You need to, and this is message for you, Britt, here. You need to become the energy that you want. You have to become it. That's how you attract it. That's the, yeah, thank you. That was the message that was coming in earlier too. And I think, Britt, you need to hear this one. That's the big joke. That's the universal joke, right? That you have to be the energy that you want to call in. If you want to call in prosperity, you literally have to act like it, right? So I know, Britt, you're going through some challenges right now. You have to become that energy, that person that you want to be. You have to think about all the nuances to that person, right? That has your son back, that has all the things that you want. You need to think about who that person is, how they act, how they eat, how they dress, how they everything, and you need to become that. That's what manifestation is. You align your energy, and all of a sudden, you've got that person's life. That's what it is, okay? We're going to pull some dragon for the collective. Why I called it dragon, because there's dragon energy all over. Call on dragons if you need help right now. All right. Okay. Earth Rabbit, in harmony with season, and Waterbird, speak your truth. So Earth Rabbit is card number 16. Waterbird is card number 10. Jump right out. You have an interview tomorrow? Okay. So, yeah, we'll have a conversation about that in a minute. Yeah, my throat instantly started closing up as soon as I went to go look that card up. And even I feel like I'm tripping over my words. Speak your truth, water bird coming out, right? And we're sitting right beside the water. So this is a number 1 card anyway. Sorry, that was a bit disrespectful. Be truthful in your communication. When you speak your truth, you live your truth. But if you're tripping up over your words, are you being truthful? Speak your truth. Speak what you need to speak, but make sure you're speaking the truth. Okay? The message from heaven, our mind like water gets muddy at times. Wait until the mind is clear and calm before you speak. Right? Especially right now with all this extra energy around. The ruckuses that can happen just because of miscommunication, of misspeaking, of not being able to get your mind across. Yes, I will. Sorry, there's another deck that's calling right now, but that get your point across, right? You really need to focus on that right now. Message from Earth is the bird knows that our reality is a reflection of our thoughts, right? Speak kindly to yourself from a place of love. Truth will embrace you. And what were we saying with these two? Self-love. Same thing. It all ties in, right? It's all the same energy right now. Get grounded, get true to self, and that's going to help you even in your interview, Britt. Okay, so Earth Rabbit. Sorry, I just want to speak quickly. Yin water helps us to tune into the quiet voice of wisdom. It might be calm, but it contains hidden mysteries. Okay? So if you can get to doing some meditation tonight, especially because, depending on where you are in the world, we're still in 9-9, okay? Well, we're still in 9-9 no matter where you are in the world, but it might actually be 9-9, or it might be 999, but 9-10. Anyways, you know what I mean here, okay? So yin is a metal sign as well. So you need to be a reflection of your inner state. You need to make sure your inner state is looked after, okay? Now let's scooch over to Earth Rabbit quickly, which is card number 16, which is a 7. In harmony with this season, right? Again, being aware, bring awareness to your inner conflicts. Earth's element grounding energy is in opposition to wood element's upward energy. Yet yin Earth's and the rabbit's collaborative nature allow them to work together in harmony, right? And that's where you need to find. That's where you need to get to here. Is what opposing forces, yeah, and that's why this was drawing my attention. The opposing forces, right? We've got the dragon and we've got the peacock, but they're not opposing, they're working together, okay? Be resourceful. Yin Earth reminds us to be resourceful with what we have, make more uses out of fewer things. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Message from Earth is Yin Wood sign. Rabbit represents the peak expansive energy of spring with flowers in bloom and insects awakening from their winter slumber. Stop and smell the flowers, enrich and inspire your inner world with the beauty of nature. And what did I say at the very beginning of the live? Get out in nature if you can. We need to get this grounding energy, okay? All right, there's two more decks we got to pull from quickly. No, slow it down. That's right, slow it down. It's not, there's no quickly. There's no quickly. Slow it down. All right. Autumn. Bounty and balance. Okay. So, grab that quickly. 119, which would be 10, 11. 11. Okay. Autumn. Yeah, exactly. Slow down. The energy of summer's expansion calms to turn to a slower rhythm. The space for acknowledgement and gratitude as the intense production of the previous season yields a crop. The autumn equinox is a time of balance, when the hours of daylight and night are equal. Autumn card reminds you that balance is important, and that's exactly what we were talking about 2 seconds ago. Whether it means balancing work with the appreciation for the harvest or balancing intake and output of energy, don't overtax yourself. Remember to fuel in the times of hard work. Have you been successful when it comes to balancing your work and personal life? If not, how can you strike a better balance? Okay? Very simply put, right? Exactly. All right, there's one more deck calling out for collective, and then we will move on to reads. We're just going to be here for a little bit. Partly because there's only so much battery right now. I've been out for a little while. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing either. Oh, sweet oblivion, uncertainty, fate, and humor. And that's something we were just sort of talking about too, is the message and the message for the collective that I just recorded, that I will be posting probably first thing in the morning, is about that too. You know, like, you've got to respect where you are, and sometimes you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel like you're on the wrong path. You're going to feel like you're taking the misstep. But keep going, because it's literally all of a sudden, boom, it's right there in front of you. Literally, all of a sudden. So just keep with it, keep with it, keep with it. And that's the September to December energy right now. That's what it's saying. And I know it's a sprint. It's a drive it in, drive it in. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Do it with thought, but keep it going right now, because you will yield the bounty from it. Okay? But I know it's the time of harvest, but you've got projects you've just started. You've got manifestations that you're trying to pull in. That's what I'm talking about. You need to keep pushing on those, because not everything has come in yet, and I know that. Not supposed to. You're not supposed to have everything all at once, right? Everything everywhere all at once. Somebody needs to watch that movie. Okay, so this is card number 40, Sweet Oblivion. Yeah, exactly. It's almost at the end of the book. You're almost at the end of those manifestations, but you've got to keep pushing, okay? Affirmation spell is, I am freely floating amid the beautiful cosmos. Sinking into the unknown, trusting your own free will in combination with fate. Sorceress who embraces the power within the void. Sometimes it's okay to be lost and have no answers. I literally was just saying this half an hour ago. I don't know, whenever the heck I was recording that video. Sometimes the greatest love is found when we aren't looking for it. Such is the power of destiny. Ironic humor, right? And the secret of the secret joke, right? This is what we were just talking about. Perhaps the ultimate choice would be somewhere in the middle. Maybe this is what living with bravery means. The hero often has no idea what they're doing, yet they take on the courageous role. That's what you're being called to do. Just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, okay? Sweet Oblivion card reminds us that nobody really knows what they're doing. How could they? We're not given a manual for exactly what to do in our lives moment to moment. We're just here to live. And you're not supposed to know, okay? When you pull Sweet Oblivion, it asks you not to compare yourself to others, reminds you not to be fooled by how others may present themselves. Yeah, and again, understanding and self-love, right? What were we just talking about? Every one of these cards lines up completely, okay? Humankind is simultaneously lost and at home within the universe. We have no idea what we're doing, only that we must evolve towards a higher state of being. Pull yourself out of the 3D and into the 5D. Look at it from that higher perspective. Look at it from the canopy of the trees. Look at it from hawk's eye view. Okay? When we're stuck in the 3D, we're just stuck in the emotions. We're stuck in the it's happening to me nonsense. Pull up. You got to pull up. That's the important part here. The manifestation enhancer right here with this card is, notice ways in which you feel you are missing something others have, or when you feel everybody else knows something you don't. Reassure yourself kindly when you recognize them. Deeply breathe and affirm to yourself, it's okay, nobody really knows what they're doing. Take life day by day, step by step, and trust the journey just as the hero does. Dude, girl, your own damn story. You don't need no stinking anyone. Whether it's I just got a message right across my screen that says ouch. That's funny. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me reset these decks quickly. Oh, all right, all right. I know. We've got some energy jumping on this one in particular. It wants to speak some more. And it will have the time again. All right. Now, anything else for collective? Be mindful of the stickers. There were razor blades and there were razor blades on the grass, right? Some of the grass is razor grass. Some of the grass is going to be sticky. It's going to cut you up. That's the part of that you're not going to get out of here unscathed, right? But you're kind of not supposed to either. Right? Okay. Breathe, just breathe. You will make it through. Okay. Clear the energy, please. Thank you. All right. Britt, you still here? Oh. I got a couple cards for you. Sure. Okay. Spirit, can we pull it? Thank you. Wow. You know, it's really funny. You saw me shuffling that deck. You saw how much I shuffled that deck, and look what just jumped out. And Britt, this is yours. The autumn card again. That was shuffled back into the deck. This you need to do. You need to hear. Okay, Britt? I'm being drawn to the crystal deck as well. I'll pull you a crystal deck too. Yeah. Okay. So this one is the Witching Hour Oracle. Okay. So we've got card number 29 is Broken Branch, Heartache. Okay. And we can understand what that's about. Okay. But you also have card number 21, which is Flying Ointment, Let Loose. Okay. So, yeah, I can feel the heaviness. There's a caution on the let loose within reason. Within reason. Okay. But I feel like you're going to explode if you don't take a breath. Like, take a breath. I know there's a lot of heavy stuff happening right now, but you need to breathe. It's okay to go out and have a moment and have, like, I know things are shite right now, but you don't have to be in the shites the whole time. You're allowed to be happy about something. You're allowed to celebrate something, even though other things are going so horribly awfully. And I know from my own experience that you need to celebrate the small wins. You don't need any more focus on the negative, because you just draw it in further and further and further, right? So let me check. Broken Branch, Heartache, Severing, Letting Go of Unhealthy Limbs for the Greater Good. Okay? And this speaks to, I'm hearing habits. Okay? I'm going to speak plainly. Look at your habits. Look at what you're prone to do. Look at what you're drawn to do. And start making the incremental changes that you need to do in order to shift and become that other person that I know is within and that you want to be. That abundant manifested person, that person that has all those things that you are dreaming of, right? They have, even the confidence, the drive, the ambition, the whatever it is, charisma I'm hearing. The things that you want, you can actually have, but you need to start taking those steps towards it, okay? So the Tarot Companion for that card would be the Three of Swords. When caring for a plant, it's important to cut off any parts that are dying, or the plant will continue to redirect vital nutrients. The same is true for people. When you pull energy into something that's dying, you're redirecting energy. Yeah, there's certain things you need to let go of right now, Britt, because they're pulling on your heart. They're heavy on your heart right now. And there's certain things you can't change at the moment. You can only step forward, okay? So let that go too. That's the part. And as I'm saying that, right above my head, see that? Oh, oh, honey, message coming in. This is what I noticed right above my, right above my head. Right. Sorry. What I saw it as is dropping and letting go of what no longer serves, but it actually, what it is when you can do that, it's not even, it becomes more and more and more. All of a sudden, it's this huge waterfall, right? You've already got divine pouring into you. That's what that is. That's divine spirit. That's got your guides. That's your ancestors. They are pouring into you. You're feeling kind of alone lately, I think. And like you like, where the fuck is everybody? You're not feeling your intuition as much, probably. You're still like, they're there. They're there. As soon as you're able to sort of separate from certain things, you're going to feel it more. Okay? But it's a trial period almost, right? Sometimes we go through those. Like, it's not like everything's shut off, but sometimes we need to sort things for ourselves. Sometimes we're not bang on with intuition or with hearing it, right? Sometimes you don't feel as connected. I'm getting hit so hard right now, but trust that the connection is still there, okay? You really need to hear that one. They're really driving that point big time. Good gosh. There's some things or people in your life that are your energy and need to be severed for your overall well-being, and that is hitting hardcore, Brit. You got to really look, okay? See this, you may see this manifesting in lack of money or time or spending more. The more time and resources you give to this broken area, the more you will suffer in your own life. You see this manifesting as lack of money or time, more time working on somebody else's projects. It all ties in because you're pouring out into other people. That's what the universe keeps giving to you. Okay? Time to let go of your past. The person, the emotion, the situation that's come back to you to resolve it and move on. Okay? Flying ointment. Let loose, have some fun, and go on an adventure. Tarot companion is the Three of Cups. A naked witch on a broom, flying past the full moon with her hands in the air. Maybe a cliche, but there's grain of truth. Okay? It's rooted in fun and going on a wild ride. And I mean, not too crazy, of course, but you need to, find your joy, honey. You need to find your joy. It's okay to have fun, even though things are shite. And not everybody knows what they're talking about. So whoever's like, oh, well, you should be this, you shouldn't be doing that. Tell them to shut the fuck up. They don't know what they're talking about. Pardon my mouth, sorry. I'm glad I put this isn't for kids, because it's not. All right, mostly, let's see, hold on a second. This card's about having fun and doing something silly or strange. Going on an adventure is a metaphor for getting high on life, okay? Doing activities that offer the similar feeling. Doesn't have to be dramatic, though, or involve any drugs or alcohol. It really doesn't. It can just be, you've got the right companion with you. Anything's an adventure. It's an indication of travel. I feel like, because I read that twice, even though that card hasn't come up, I kind of feel like there's somebody going to come surface from your past, Brit. And it may be temporary, but it's okay to have a bit of fun, okay? It's okay to go, it's okay to let loose for a minute. Yeah. Moonstone. Oh. And as I'm saying that, I just had a spider crawling up my leg. Spider is, you are the weaver of your own web. Okay? So make sure you're weaving what you want. All right? Okay. Let me just double check Moonstone for you quickly, which is card number 10, which is a 1. Well, it's card number 37, 10, which is a 1. Get my All right. Intuition, insight, inner wisdom, inner voice. What was I talking about a minute ago? Your intuition? These are the talents that conscious universe has bestowed upon all of us. We have conditioned to minimize their importance instead of paying more attention to the knowing that comes from experiencing life through physical senses and logical analysis. Do you hone your intuition? So this is what it's asking you to do right now. This, you have to, don't think that far ahead, honey. That's what I'm telling you. You need to align to that. If that's what you want, you need to align to that energy. Because it's possible for it to happen, but you need to align. And the idea of soon is a very vague thing. Soon can be a great many things, but you need to pour into yourself right now and let go of certain things. Become what you need to be for him to come back. Right? That's all it is. There's certain things that they want, but you're not listening to your intuition, dear. Why not? Why you stopped trusting your own self? Because there's so much doubt put around, and that's part of it. You need to find your confidence of yourself. You know how to do it though, because you're not doing what you should entirely. So pull. Not that we all do. I mean, none of us actually do. So let's be clear, okay? But there's certain things you know you need to do right now that you're not doing. You need to get on it. That's all it is, right? Tune in and listen to your own intuition. But he's going to be okay. Yeah, you do. I know, honey. I know. Trust me, we all have these things, right? We all do. 100%. So, but remember what I said at the beginning of giving self-love and understanding? That's for you too. Right? Nobody is perfect. So, give yourself some love, give yourself some grace on it as well. Okay? Yeah, trust your intuition. That's what Moonstone's all about. Trust your instincts. Don't fall into analysis paralysis, trying to use logic and reason on everything. Okay? You have the ability to pick up on important insights that can help you know what's happening with that, right? And how to maneuver it. You know. I know you know. So if you meditate with Moonstone, that'll help amplify that, okay? And it also, yeah, meditation with Moonstone amplifies your knowings by reconnecting us to the moon, the tides, and the mystery of the divine feminine. Brings us back to our intuition, draws our attention to the cycles of life from maiden to mother to crone. And that's part of why it came out for you right now. Because with that, right? And I know it's not pregnancy, but it's your child, right? It can still help with that, okay? So pull that one out for you, all right? Oh, it's getting a little bit chilly here. All right. Yeah, there's a song that keeps playing in my head right now. It's called Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Actually, that's not the title of it, I don't think. But that's the chorus. I can't remember who it's by. Might be Al Green. Put a little love in your heart. Anyways. So I'm not going to continue this too much longer just because, number one, I'm cold. Number two, I just needed to make sure that the intuitive messages that were coming through got out as they needed to, and they have. If anybody else would like a card, I can pull for you. That is no problem. Let me know. And yeah, we'll maybe keep it going for another 10 minutes. Gotta get back. I know, we gotta get back to doing the runes. I haven't done them lately. It's a gorgeous space where I am. It just jumped out. Bathing in the river, self-care, and the invitation. Yes. Right? Do the self-care and say yes. Because there's an offer coming in. And it's when you're not expecting. Oh gosh, no worries, honey. No worries. I'm glad to be helpful. And I know it's a tough situation you're dealing with, but you do got this. You really do, and your intuition is still there. Just we get bogged in, and then we get all antsy and worried, and that makes it worse and amplifies the the worry that, oh, I'm not. You totally are. You know you are. You don't need me to tell you. It'll come back. It'll come back. You're bogged down, and sometimes, that's why they're saying to find your joy again. Go cut loose for a bit. Go out, grab a girlfriend or a guy friend or whatever, and just go enjoy yourself for a minute. And it's okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Redonkulous. Redonkulous. All right. Whew. Definitely going to end this very soon because it's freaking cold. I'm sitting on some rocks and my butt's getting chilly. So I also have a bit of a hike back to where my vehicle is. I can't see where the heck I'm going. Yeah, they're pointing me to the duality too. Duality of life, right? They're as I'm getting the decks put away, they're pointing out the dragons and the peacocks. And my necklace, I actually have two on right now. I've got grounding and I've got cleansing, the dark and the light, right? And that's the other thing that they're pointing out. It's the balance. Yeah, and attuned to the healing power of nature. Find the balance. Find the balance. Find the balance. Yeah, we're going to pull one more card for the collective before we end off. Pull out another magical spirit because it's looking at me, ready to go. Nope. See, I told you. All right, let's give it a good shuffle. Nope. Yeah, definitely. Emotions, alchemy, processing, and sensitivity, honoring the flow of all of the emotions. Yeah, because that's not apropos to what we've been talking about. Card number 38, which is an 11, is fluidity, alchemy, and processing sensitivity. My emotions are honored, processed, and healing. And I was actually saying that to somebody today about making sure they gave time for their emotions to breathe. It's not just about talking about it. It's about, you need to feel it. You can't get stuck there, but you need to feel it. You need to give those emotions the that they deserve. right? So, emotion is energy in motion. Emotions must be allowed to express, flow, or transmute, not be neglected, overflowing, or left stagnant. Navigate emotions can be tricky, but above all else, we have a responsibility to use the better judgment when deciphering them. For instance, emotions feels when the intuition knows. Get curious about them. Where are they coming? Why am I feeling this? How can I better move through it? If you're sensitive, and Britt, this is for you too, protect yourself from getting lost in the chaos of emotions because it can be too much, especially if you're an intuitive or you're an empath and you're absorbing the energy from around you, right? This tells us that there's a flow that needs to happen. Something internal is affecting our external world and calling to be processed so that we can live to our fullest and more enhanced life. What action can you take to transmute it, right? It is. It's gorgeous. A little waterfall behind me. Through the power of spell casting or writing, find out what action will best serve you in the alchemization of your emotions. Light a candle, grab a journal, ask spirit for guidance. This could simply be a release of crying, screaming into a pillow, opening up to a loved one. Could be doing something physical, dance, exercise, or yoga, something expressive, writing, creating, singing, whatever art modality you use. Also, it's a process, not a one-time thing, so it might be a regular activity you benefit from. Your emotions should be addressed on an individual level. Different emotions need different actions. Okay? So, all right. Just want to check something here quickly. Because I just flipped over the card. I didn't shuffle first, though. But the deck was already shuffled, so I just flipped it over. And I'm curious. 69. Let me see. It's the Banshee. Something might be coming that's going to need processing because we keep talking about processing emotions. That could be death of something, though. That could be crying out, end of something. And we're at 999 portal, which is endings. Naughty, naughty. Which is 63, which is another 9. Puck is naughty. In earlier depictions, he's portrayed as malicious. Old English word puck meaning demon. Later literature reveal more playful rather than cruel fairy, who liked gifts and would bestow good fortune upon those who left him offerings. In Shakespeare, Puck is characterized as King Oberon's loyal sidekick and assists the fairy king in making Titania, the fairy queen, fall in love with the donkey's head. So when that card is drawn, embrace your naughtiness, whatever it means to you. Comfort and consistency are valuable, but we have to shake things up every now and then in order to discover new parts of ourselves. Play and have fun, as long as you're not bringing harm to others. And 44:55 on the clock as soon as I looked up. Yeah. You boo, you do you boo. That's what I can hear. All right. I just looked up again. It's 45:09. 4 and a 5 is a 9 and a 9. So, as a 9-9 portal, well, 999 portal, we will end it there. I know that was a super quick one, but I just kind of felt like rather than record one, we'll just get the message out fast. And this was the fastest way to do it. So, all right, everyone. If you're new here, thanks for coming in. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Hope that helped.